Hello and welcome to another Pokemon toy review. Today we'll be looking at Decidueye. This figure is made by Wicked Cool Toys and is from their Battle Feature figure series. The battle feature of this figure being its arrow launching action. The packaging on this figure looks great. There is a downside because they've used glue, so in order to take the figure out you have to tear the packaging apart. Now on the back here we see Decidueye with launching arrow action. A natural marksman, Decidueye can shoot its arrow quills with astonishing precision, hitting a tiny target 100 yards away. It tends to be calm and collected, but sometimes panics if it's caught off guard. We also see some of the other battle feature figures including Lapras, Ash and Pikachu, as well as Beware. I've reviewed all of these, so please go and check those reviews out. Now let's get Decidueye out of its packaging. Let's have a more detailed look at Decidueye with a 360-degree spin. Out of the box you get the Decidueye figure as well as the arrow that he can fire. First off, I've just got to say, what's with this six-pack? What? The mechanism is very trigger happy, so the slightest of touches will make the arrow go flying, and you can easily lose this, so be careful with that. Again, that's six-pack though. The paintwork on this figure is absolutely immaculate. I think it is the best painted figure I've got from Wicked Cool Toys so far. It's just painted perfectly all over the figure, and the mould as well is really good on this figure. The wings and the hood are made of a softer bendable plastic, whereas the legs, the body and the head are more of a harder plastic. Now you can see Decidueye is obviously inspired by Robin Hood. So he has that cute little feather at the top of his hood. In terms of articulation, the front wing can rotate. I think one of the positions you can put it in is to rotate it at a 90-degree angle, and then Decidueye looks like he's in a fighting pose or a defensive fighting pose, which looks pretty cool. I think the default pose is the best pose. The other wing can also rotate, but the hood and the body get in its way, and there really isn't much point in rotating this part because it's in the perfect position. The only other points of articulation are in the legs, which also can rotate at the hips. However, I don't see any point in rotating the legs because, like the other wing, they're in a perfect position for Decidueye to fire its shot, so any other position doesn't really make any sense. So although there is articulation in the legs, I don't really see a point in them. I like the detailing on the end of the arrow with the little feather painted in. That's pretty cute. And it has this point here which actually holds the arrow in place. So that's why you can see it's pretty trigger happy. And the other area here ensures that the arrow goes into the figure in only one position. Like I said, the arrow can only go in one direction, but once it's in, it gets locked into place. The best way I've found to control the firing of the arrow is to put it in front of this green hooded part so that it has space where it's not touching anything and won't just fire off, and then rotating the wing in front of the green part and using the green part to push onto and fire the arrow. Now, it isn't easy to control, so what I'd suggest is to put your hand in front of the arrow and practice firing it whilst stopping the arrow with your hand, and then once you get comfortable, then you can start to aim at things. But it's very important to learn how to do it so that the arrow doesn't go off flying somewhere and you lose it. Once you get a lot of practice in and get comfortable with how to fire the arrow, then we can begin firing at things. First off, let's try to take down Ash. Boom! First try. Nah, I'm only kidding. That wasn't my first try. Let's have a look at all my fails. So the first time I did miss, even at this close range. It is more difficult than it looks. That's another miss. Can we be third time lucky? Boom! Yes! We got him. Third time. Oops! There goes the arrow. There was an example where, because of the trigger happiness of this mechanism, the arrow just went flying there. Now that brings me on to the point where I wish Wicked Cool Toys had included more than one arrow, because I can see these arrows being lost. So I think it would have been better if they had included some extra arrows so that if you did lose one, you could still use the toy and its battle feature. The other thing is, how powerful is this shot? The arrow does go quite far, and as you can see here, I've hit Ash a few times, who is unstable as it is, and he still hasn't gone down, so I don't think it's that powerful. But having said that, I still think if really little kids are playing with it, I think they would require adult supervision. Now let's see Ash going down in super slow motion. Now let's see if Decidueye can take down Beware. Oop, we got him, but he didn't go down. Let's try it again. Wow, that was a cool shot, but he still didn't go down. Let's see that in super slow-mo. So we definitely hit him and he wobbled a bit, but this just proves Beware too strong. He didn't go down. Don't mess with Beware, guys. Now the figure comes in at 5 inches tall by 5 inches wide. It is 5 inches to the top of the wing, and it's actually only 4 inches to the top of the head. Now, out of the 4 battle feature figures, this Decidueye is definitely the best painted and the best moulded figure. I'm not too keen on the arrow launching battle feature, but I can see it being fun for kids. Personally, out of the 4, it is my second favourite behind Beware. The battle feature is pretty fun once you get used to how to fire it. However, I would have liked to have seen them include more than one arrow, because I can see with one arrow it easily getting lost and then the feature being unplayable. If you liked that video, hit the thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more Pokemon toy reviews, then please subscribe now. Now go back and watch all my other videos, and I will see you next time. Bye!